Hi guys, it's Crystal. It is October 25th, 2025. We live in Connecticut and we are forecasted to be getting some pretty cold temperatures for the next 4 nights or so, and then it's gonna warm up slightly, but I think we have reached the point where it's time for me to harvest pretty much everything out of the garden with the exception of some things. Like I have carrots that are growing that are fine out here, and the kale plants will be fine. So there's some things out here that'll be okay, but I don't know that the garden is going to be able to tolerate cold temperatures for an extended period of time. It's been handling the soft frosts we've been getting here and there, but I don't think that it's going to be able to handle like repeated cold temperatures night after night. I can't remember, but I don't think I did anything out here last weekend. It's kind of a blur. We were very busy last weekend. We are also going to be working on the chicken coop. Steve is going to be replacing the roof of the chicken run that the bear ripped down. So we're gonna be doing that this weekend to get that done so we can just like check it off the list. But I'll show everything that we do on the chicken coop and stuff in a separate video because it's a little bit much if I combine everything, and you know, some people like the garden things and not necessarily the chicken things and vice versa, so try and keep it separate, but I also like to share everything that we're doing here. Let's get into the harvest. We got the cover off the brassica bed, and the Brussels sprouts, a few of the plants fell over. One of them is upright and looking good. I think I have it staked actually, which is why it's still upright. But then there's some kale in there. There's actually a broccoli plant that's growing. The cauliflower plants need to be cut out of there, and I think I might have some cabbages in there. I don't know, I gotta check. Whatever is yucky, we'll just go to the chickens. But I'm gonna start with the tomatoes. These are Amish paste tomatoes. They're from Mowing organic seeds, and I'm gonna harvest everything that I see on here, green, blushing. Probably gonna try and sort out the ones that are blushing from the ones that are green. I will be storing the green tomatoes in a cardboard box upside down, and most of them should ripen just fine on their own, and the ones that don't I will turn into something else. And these are Comstock sauce and sliced tomatoes. One of my favorites. They're very similar to the Amish paste. They're great for making sauces or slicing. I got some blushing ones here that I'm going to get and put in the basket, and then the green ones I'll take and put in the box. And then the rest of the tomatoes in here are a mixture of like pineapple and brown sugar, maybe giant Belgium and stuff. So I'll have all the varieties of the things I'm harvesting down in the description. I'm not going to show each one because it's really not a great example of what they look like when we harvest from them. Normally, if you are interested in that, I suggest you check out maybe some of the harvest videos from like August and September, where you can see what these tomatoes actually look like when we harvest them. Alright, here I have one Upstate Oxheart from Hudson Valley Seed Company. And I've got some green old German tomatoes. We've got cream sausage tomatoes, I think. And this bed's got a mixture of San Marzano and Martino's Roma. So I'm just going to pick everything I see. And these are Opalka tomatoes from MIgardener. And these are LaRoma tomatoes from store-bought plants. A couple small Rosso Sicilian tomatoes. And Dr. Wyche. And some Bonny Best. Some more Opalka tomatoes over here. Got some Martino's Roma. And these are Roma VF tomatoes from Dollar Tree. Over here I have honey drop, sunrise bumblebee, pink bumblebee, moonbeam grape, rosella, and chocolate cherry. I'm just going to collect everything that I am able to get. These are the large red cherry tomatoes. maybe a couple of cucamelons. Now I'm gonna get all the sweet peppers that I see. We have King of the North, California Wonder, Emerald Giant, Purple Beauty, Lilac Bell, Sunbright Bell. I feel like I'm forgetting one, but that's okay. I'll have the varieties listed in the description of the video. Jimmy Nardello sweet peppers. They are much sweeter when they turn red, but we're not going to get to that stage. They're still edible. And these are pimento peppers. I have red ruffled and lipstick. These are Mad Hatter peppers. And habanero. Those are Craig's Grande jalapenos from Baker Creek. Pumpkin spice jalapenos that haven't fully ripened yet, but that's okay. Black Magic F1 jalapenos from Mowing Organic Seeds. Poblano peppers and Fresno chilies. Here's some Serrano chilies from Dollar Tree. And there's Long Island cheese pumpkin in here. Some of these started growing late. And one honey nut squash. I also grabbed a container, my mini sink with a drain container that I like using for harvesting because I can rinse things out in it and there's a drain in it and I can, you know, it's handy to have. So I have water in here. I'm going to be harvesting kale and Swiss chard, and I'm not going to be able to get it inside right away, so I want it in water. We've got blue Scotch curled kale from MIgardener. And this is lacinato kale. It's also known as dinosaur kale, and my favorite kale. It's just such a great texture. And I've got some ruby Swiss chard. Now I'm gonna grab some celery. I've grown celery from seed before. I started some this year, but they didn't do well. And these ones, I saved the bottoms of the celery I bought at the grocery store. I bought organic celery. I cut what I wanted off of it, saved the bottom, got it to root, kind of like what you do with romaine lettuce sometimes. I stuck them out here, and at first they really weren't doing well, but they made a comeback, and now I have all of this beautiful celery growing. I don't know how much I have, but it's all from cuttings from the store. Alright, I just realized I did not film an outro of my garden harvest earlier. We got some things. We got a lot of things, actually. I still can't believe it's over. Like, it's time to harvest everything. We've been out here fixing up the coop, and like I said earlier, that'll be in a different video. I am freezing. I feel like the temperature completely dropped, and I had to grab a sweatshirt and some hot chocolate because I'm a big giant baby. Anyway, we harvested pretty much all the tomatoes. I'm so a little bit sad about it, but very excited for springtime already. I got a ton of seeds in the mail yesterday. I saw MIgardener. It was by accident. I went on there to look up something, a seed variety or something that I was looking for. I don't even remember anymore. And I saw that they were doing grab bags. So it was just like a $22 and you get 30 packs of seeds. And they had like one that was just tomatoes, and then another one of like a variety of different stuff, and then a 15 pack, and I ordered all three. I thought I missed it because it said, you know, add to wish list, because that's what happens when they're sold out. But apparently they hadn't even been listed yet, and then it was listed like a few hours later, and I got so excited. And we got them in the mail yesterday, and I opened them all up, and they ended up being like 80 packets of seeds, and so much fun. I'm really excited because, as I always ask you guys to let me know a variety to try or whatever, and this was kind of fun just to get a bunch of different stuff that I've never grown before. Some of it I have. It just means that a lot of the things in my garden next year are going to be from MIgardener. I might not even need to say where I bought it from because it might end up being the entire garden. But that's going to do it for this video. If you are interested in what we do with our garden harvests once we bring them indoors, please make sure you're subscribed. And maybe hit that little notification button so you know when we post videos, because I think every Sunday I've been pretty consistent at posting some sort of kitchen video, whether it's a how to water breath can or a harvest a kitchen where I show what I canned up or made that week with some of the stuff that we harvested. And then also we've been working on our chicken coop. That's a whole other adventure. Thank you so much for joining me today while I harvested some stuff from the garden, and I will see you next time. Bye!